That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. He has 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Bulls moving the ball around. Here's White. Rebounded by the Hawks.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
Young's shot is off.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Stolen by Ball. It's stolen by Johnson. Back to Young. Fires from deep. Drills the three-pointer.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young at all times.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
White, wide open. He fires. It's good from long range. White's got 6 points.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
Bulls foul. Lonzo Ball.
1:04 left in the first.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
The Hawks trailing. Young pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. Okongwu with a screen on Ball. Kept alive. The kick out to Young. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. The offensive rebound and another shot. Pass to Johnson. And here's Young. There's the 3. It's deflected and stolen by White. Over Johnson. And the Bulls with another miss. Young outside. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And Ball puts up a deep 3. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Bulls on top. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
So for Chicago right now, we've got Talen Horton-Tucker. Josh Giddey is out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Kevin Huerter, and it's Collins in at the 5 roaming the paint. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college, he's been overseas. As a head coach, he's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Here's Horton-Tucker. Drains it from beyond the arc. Horton-Tucker's got himself on the board with 3 there.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Pass to Dosunmu. Here's Horton-Tucker. Levert defending. And there's the bucket from Dosunmu. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Bulls.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And guys, another thing I love is their pursuit of the ball. I mean, creating second chance opportunities just with effort. Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
And Herder gets it to go.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Lets it go from deep. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Pass to LeVert. Niang with the ball. Off target from the wing.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Picked his pocket. Drives to the hoop. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Niang's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
Collins wide open, he fires. And again, Chicago, no good. Pass to Niang. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. There's 1:59 left now here in the second. And the call will be against Caris LeVert. That's his first foul.
Team first.
On defense, the Hawks. They trail by 3. From deep, Herder. And again, no good by Chicago. The Hawks have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Man can't hit. The Bulls shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. From deep, Herder. The rebound by Niang. Atlanta's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Three-pointer, LeVert. Collins grabs the miss. The Bulls leading by 3. There's the 3. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Pass to Niang. Fires from deep. It's all in by the Bulls. Collins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 54 seconds left to play in the first half. Horton Tucker, nice shot from the wing. Horton Tucker's got 5 points so far. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Herder, no good.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Stolen away. And now here comes Collins leading the break. Dosunmu, the pass to Collins. Here's Horton Tucker. LeVert defending. And here's Collins from outside. The three-pointer is right on target. And now it's an 8-point Chicago lead.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
To center court. And get ready for the band half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Ricochet in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. They get it again. Pass to Daniel. Now Reza Shea. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Chicago leading by 5. Here's White. And the Bulls with another miss. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
And it's Reza Shea missing. For Chicago, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Young for 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ball dishes to Williams. Ball against Okongwu. Ball no good. The Hawks trail by 5. Young from outside. Ball with the rebound.
Yeah, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
He's really clever with the basketball. Young's so advanced offensively. Excellent pull-up jumper there.
From outside the arc. And again, Chicago. No good. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Hey, Coach, one area the Bulls can struggle with, defending the outside shot.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been very poor the last few seasons on that front. Not closing out, missing assignments. It's strange because they were once elite in that regard under Donovan.
Buzella sets a screen for White. Shot clock at 5. They can't stop the run with that one. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. It's Young on the wing. He's covered by Boss. Nailed from three-point land. Johnson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks. There's Williams with the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Johnson from outside. The kick out to Young. From downtown. Rebound by the Bulls.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Buzelis, and he uses the glass on the layup. Buzelis has got 9 points.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
Pass to Reza Shea. Young for 3. Again, Young missing. Chicago leading. Outside, White. The 3. Hits it from three-point range. 9 points in the game so far.
And White understands his role on this team. They look to him to drain that jumper.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Bulls lead by 7.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Collins checked in for Jalen Smith. Horton Tucker comes in for Williams. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Buzelis. And it's Dosumu in for Kobe White. Herter finds ball to the left wing. Horton Tucker, the pass to Collins. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Horton Tucker's shot is off. Here's Bufkin, defended by Horton Tucker. Here's Dosumu, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Chicago. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Zach Collins is out there with Taylor Horton Tucker. Then it's Kevin Herter. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Dosunmu in at the shooting guard.
And Ball, such a high IQ player. Superb at knowing when to take that triple.
Herter kicks the ball. Back to Herter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Horton Tucker. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Niang. Stolen by Collins. Fast break. Chicago pulls up for 3. Horton Tucker's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 10. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Bufkin. Second shot opportunity. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Ball, the pass to Herter. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Bulls lead by 11. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Josh Giddey's checked in for the Bulls. The Bulls leading by 11. And here's Herter outside. And the Bulls get it back. A second chance effort. Great D that time from LeVert. Atlanta's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Pass to Mann. This one for 3. That's good. That's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists now in this one. Chicago's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Horton Tucker's shot is off. Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've led by as many as 11 points. Three-pointer gets the three-pointer to fall. Dosunmu's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Here's Niang's. A three-pointer is right on target. Niang's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. They grabbed their own miss. That one's not going to go. The Bulls leading by 8. Giddey the pass to Dosunmu. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And here's Herter outside. LeVert grabs the miss. LeVert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Bufkin. Here's Capella. Screen by Capella. Man passes to Niang. Misses the three. And for the Bulls, they're shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Giddey with it. For three. Drops in the tray.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Chicago.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Kobe White.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Shot by Collins, no good. Fate looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
So the Bulls win it. A solid win on the... David, thank you as always.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat
4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Garland in at the 1. And for Atlanta, Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Ricochet in at small forward. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And look at that. The vision is why Trae Young can get you double-digit assists.
And looking at Trae Young, Brent, his team's always finished in the top 10 in offensive rating.
Yeah, for Trae, those teams he's played on have normally been in the top 5, along with playing at a top 10 pace. So when he has the ball in his hands and he's coming at you, very difficult to stop. Young's so talented, you're basically guaranteed to have a good offensive team.
Here's Young, following the score by Cleveland. That one goes in.
It's a tough shot there. Trae Young's such a small player. He needs that floater in his arsenal.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Atlanta's head coach for a minute. We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and coach said, we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance to the paint from his defense, BA.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And Atlanta with possession here after the basket by Cleveland. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his first foul. Here's Young. From deep three-point land. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
It's all about smart choices, and Trae Young's making them right now.
Outside Strus. There's the steal. Tries it from 16. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
A great job to establish position and square up.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Young. The rebound by Allen. And here comes Cleveland. It's a 3-point game. Garland, no good. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. This group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Garland, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Pass to Ricochet. Mobley against Johnson. The shot off that time. The Cavaliers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And Mitchell with the slam.
Look at Mitchell's commitment to his shot. Doesn't let the contact slow him down.
Here's Ricochet, covered by Strus. Young from long range. Mobley grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
Here's Johnson. That shot off the mark. Good D by Mobley. The Cavs trailing.
Hawks down. Ricochet. His first. Team's first.
.152 left in the first. Garland. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Johnson with a bucket.
Trae Young not afraid to make passes like that. Great vision.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Here's Young. Pass to Okongwu. From downtown. Offensive rebound. Now here's Young, guarded by Garland. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
There's Young with the 3. Strus grabs the miss.
and he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams, but Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
5 on the clock. From deep, Mitchell. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks lead by 4. Outside Young. Pass to Daniels. Now here's Johnson. Johnson a screen on Garland. And Young the bucket on the assist by Johnson. Young's got 9.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Young. He's got 9. Ooh, solid defense from Mitchell. Another steal. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Young from long range. Young missing again. And a deep 3 from Strus. A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for the Hawks. But if you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play. All that hustle is paying off.
On the court right now for Cleveland. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Dean Wade. Then it's Ty Jerome. Then there's Sam Merrill. And it's Thompson in at the center spot. Now here's Hunter. 4 on the clock. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And here's LeVert for 3. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tristan Thompson. That's his first foul of the game.
Team's first.
Here's Bufkin. And he's going for the oop here. And the slam dunk by Capella. Well, you hear team execs say all the time, you're either selling wins or you're selling hope. How true is that, Brent?
Well, if you're an executive BA, just be right about whatever it is that you're selling. And you got to be realistic. I mean, fans are smart. They understand where your team is. Are you a playoff competitor? Are you young and growing? So that's hope. If you're going deep into the playoff run, you want the wins.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Fires the 3. The rebound by the Hawks. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Bufkin. Niang outside. Unloads. Atlanta again missing. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate, and they've swayed the outcome of games.
LeVert, that's good.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Basket's good.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Takes a step back. He takes it in. Niang outside. The 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter, and bang, just kicks it out.
Jerome passes to Wade. Here's Jerome. He's got 5. Merrill outside. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Here's Wade. LeVert with a rebound. The Hawks lead by 9. Pass to Capella. One place Clint Capella really knows how to throw his weight around is on the glass, Brent.
Yeah, it's been a little while, BA, since Clint Capella has led the league in rebounding. And, of course, that was a little bit different offensive system. But he has the size and the instincts still to go up and get the ball off the rim or from lob passes to be effective inside.
Merrill outside. Hunter up top. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Takes a three. Man, misses.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Here's Jerome. Here's Thompson. Hey, rejected by Capella.
Intimidating right there. Capella just gets so long at times and throws that one away.
LeVert outside. Second shot opportunity, and the jumper is good. LeVert's got 5 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Thompson to end the run. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. Here's Buffkin. Drills it from deep. Buffkin's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Atlanta foul. Buffkin, his first. Team first.
Here's Jerome. Cleveland again missing.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
The coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
The shot by Merrill, no good. Pass to Niang. Stripped it away. And so it's Atlanta out in front by 19 going into the break. Their defensive efforts have paid off. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. Young can't hit. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 19. And Mitchell with the slam.
The fast break opportunity isn't wasted on Mitchell. His quickness, a big part of his success.
Kept alive. Here's a Kongwu. The kick out to Young. Puts up a 3. They get it back. Tries yet again. And there's the bucket as Okongwu finishes. Okongwu's gotten his first points in this one.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
It's rebounded by Risache. Atlanta leading by 19. And out on the wings, Zach Risache has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
That's a great finish from J.A. A high percentage look inside from a very high percentage shooter.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Mitchell.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Young can't hit.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
And it goes As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
A nice shot by Young.
And that's where Young is just so comfortable. He lives well beyond the three-point line.
Right side Mitchell. Pass to Garland. That shot missing. Good D by Kongwu. The Hawks lead by 17. There's Young with the three. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got his 6th rebound on the night. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Johnson.
What poise from Mitchell there. Taking the hit like a champ and finding a way to convert. Nice.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Young against Garland. It's stolen by Garland. And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. From deep, Mitchell. The rebound by Atlanta. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Back to Young. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Sometimes it looks like for Garland, the game comes a bit easy, whether making plays for himself or others.
Young from long range. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 7 rebounds in the game. The 3 from Mitchell. Here's Allen. Johnson with the defensive effort. Atlanta leading by 12. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. 1:11 left in the 3rd quarter. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And how about Jared Allen? A little bit of flair from the big fella.
Tries to break his ice. Fearless from Young inside.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Mitchell. On easy 2 on the layup. Mitchell's got 10 points here in the 2nd half.
They're such a strong guy. Donovan Mitchell plays bigger than his listed 6'1" height.
Outside Johnson. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. A different look for Cleveland. There's 39 seconds left in the 3rd. Niang outside. Beyond the arc. Sends it home from 3-point land. Niang's got 6.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. He is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Merrill passes to Jerome. Back to Merrill. Outside Hunter. Pass to Merrill. 6 on the shot clock. Top of the key. The rebound by Mann. Here's Bufkin. Oh, got a piece of it. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. The Hawks on top. They lead. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the 4th. They've got DeAndre Hunter, Thompson out there with Dean Wade. Then it's Ty Jerome, and it's Merrill in at shooting guard. Basket counts.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Atlanta leading by 11. Niang outside. LeVert outside. Back to Niang. Outside man. Pass to Bufkin. Outside for LeVert. Niang outside. Tries again. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Hunter on the wing. He's guarded by Mann. The kick to Hunter. Here's Thompson. Hunter on the wing. Here's Jerome. He's checked by LeVert. And here's Hunter for three. And it's Niang with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Three-pointer. Can't get it to drop. Cavaliers trail by 11. Here's Wade. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. That's tipped. It's stolen by Hunter. The three ball. Drops in the three.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Now LeVert. Here's Niang. It's LeVert on the wing. Covered by Merrill. 16 feet out. LeVert. That's good. And the Hawks lead by 8.
Very comfortable shooting it from there. LeVert converts. Get it?
Wade misses. The Hawks have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Pass to LeVert on the wing man. Here's Buffkin. Niang, the pass to LeVert. Niang outside. Back to LeVert. Just 4 to shoot. And the foul called on Karis LeVert. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Here's Mitchell.
Oh, my!
Nobody is stopping that.
Way up there in the rafters.
Insane!
What a finish.
Driving inside, Mitchell uses his speed to get the better of the defense. They just can't keep up.
Outside Young. And Max Strus picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Team first.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. There's Young with the three. Ooh, that's what he does. Trae Young knocking down a three.
Playing heads up right now, Trae Young. I'm amazed at how creative at times he can be.
Mitchell into the lane. Pass to Garland. Back to Mitchell. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point, he's going to need some help.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Pass to Daniels. The three. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Mobley's got 8 rebounds in the game.
His first. Team first.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Right side Mitchell. Now here's Strus. Back to Mitchell. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
Cleveland ball.
A minute 15 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Crafty. I mean, Mitchell showing the ball, then pulling it back down.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Hawks.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
Young goes in. The kick out to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Young. And rejected. And it's out of bounds. The last touch by Garland. Here's Daniels. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley outside. And it's out of bounds for the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. There's 39 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside Strus. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2. He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And Strus drops them both.
Hey, a steady hand at the line in a tough situation. He narrows it to a one-possession game.
Here's Johnson. Count it!
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Money!
Big Jared Allen outshining the bright lights.
Johnson on the wing. Releases. Oh, he nails it!
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Oh, he buried the 3!
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Laces one from 3. From deep, Strus. Off target. And so it's Atlanta with the W. This one was in the balance. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it.
So it'll be Chicago off the tip. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Garland in at point guard. Richard for the Bulls, just one playoff appearance in their last 7 seasons.
Look, the last 4 years under Coach Billy Donovan, they've been respectful, but with all of the injuries and all of the issues, the path to true contention is probably on the other side of a long rebuild.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Stolen by Garland. Mitchell outside. And here's Strus for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Loading up to stop Mitchell can lead to big breakdowns defensively.
Oh, wow!
Okay, that's just insane.
Woo.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. The wide open shot from Strus. From outside, off the mark. Ball against Garland. Smith sets the pick for Buzelis. It's good from long range. Buzelis has got 5 points so far.
And at his size, Buzelis handles the ball really well, which makes him especially effective in pick and roll.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk, and his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite 3-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all 5 guys communicating and working together defensively. A big challenge. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
That's tipped. Allen against White. Pass to Smith. Back to White. Williams, a screen on Allen. And White kicks the ball. Just 5 to shoot. Launches it. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. It's Strus on the wing. And again, unable to change momentum here. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Ball, the pass to Williams. For the 3. Mobley with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 5. For 3, Mitchell. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first 3 from the floor. White connects from 3-point range. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Chicago.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Following the 3-point basket by Chicago. And slam dunk by Allen.
Easy for the big man Allen to get up and throw it down.
Smith with it. Garland picks him up. Pass to Buzelis. 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Here's White. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's White. Jared Allen unable to get his last shot to go.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they're in control on both ends of the court, and it's always impressive when you build a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
Here's Mobley. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Here's Mitchell. Kicks it out to Garland. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Mobley. Chicago grabs the miss. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Shot from the wing. And it's White missing. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Mobley dishes to Allen. The drive by Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Uzella sets a screen for Ball. From deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying.
And so it's Chicago. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their transition game has been in full effect. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. We've got Taylor Horton-Tucker. Dosunmu is out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Kevin Huerter, and it's Collins in at the 5. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Phillips, he's checked in for the Bulls. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Out to Wade. Here's Merrill. He's defended by Huerter. Here's Wade. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Chicago making a switch here. Terry's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Hunter kicks to Wade. Misses the layup.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit.
Huerter passes to Dosunmu. Huerter with a screen on Wade. Back to Huerter. In the corner, Collins with it. There's the drive. And finish off by Collins.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Huerter setting the pick for Terry. Pass to Huerter. Collins wide open, he fires. Trains the three-pointer. Collins has got 8 points.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Basket counts.
Yeah, this is where Thompson wants to do his scoring. Close in the paint.
Bulls leading by 15. Here's Giddey. And the 3 off target. And it's Wade with the ball for Cleveland. Down low. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his
On the wing, Giddey. He has yet to score. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Here's Merrill. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Fast break points aside, they've had a tough time offensively.
Yeah, trust is what they're missing, guys. You've got to keep moving the ball and shoot with confidence. Ultimately, things will happen well when you play together.
Shot by Terry, no good. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And stolen by Giddey. To the paint. Herter on the wing. Wade is covering. Pass to Giddey. Back to Dosunmu. Now here's Giddey. He's guarded closely. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This has been good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Matas Buzelis.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. At the forward spot, it's Strus and Mobley. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Allen in at the center, locking down the middle. Ball against Garland. Ball no good. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Garland kicks to Strus. Cleveland moving the ball around. Mobley misses.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Garland with it. He's picked up by White. And here's Mitchell from the arc. No good on the shot. Chicago leading by 13. G.A., you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Fantastic work from Allen, taking the contact on the chin, burying the shot.
Out left to the wing. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Fires from way outside. A rebound by Mitchell. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Allen outside. Rebound by the Bulls. Buzelis has got his 4th rebound in this one. For 3, Smith. It doesn't go for him. The Cavaliers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. And the shot goes down.
Nice job by Allen inside, getting the ball in a good spot and finding a way to execute.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. White, wide open. He fires. A three-pointer, no good. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Mitchell wide open. No good on the triple. The Bulls leading by 14. Ball feeling it out a bit. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Allen. Cleveland's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
White, good.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Allen passes to Mitchell. Lets the three fly. Buries it from three-point range. Mitchell's got 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Ball from long range. It's not going to go for him.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
It's up a 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change fears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade he just talked about. Thank you so much.
We talked about the guys who play bigger than their listed size, and Donovan Mitchell is at the top of that list.
A new lineup here for the Bulls. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Wade comes in for Evan Mobley. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Max Strus. And it's Ty Jerome in for Garland. Dosunmu with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Pass to Dosunmu. And here's Herter. And here is Giddey. Back to Herter. And stolen by Hunter.
DeAndre Hunter.
5 seconds left in the third. Here's Giddey. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they will go into the fourth quarter riding hot.
And so it's Chicago. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. We've got Terry. Kevin Herter is out there with Zach Collins. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Dosunmu in at the 2 spot. Dosunmu finds Terry. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Giddey. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 16. Cuts off the pass. Terry, that's a 2. Another one falls for Chicago. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Chicago.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Hunter against Giddey. It's deflected.
And putting that 7'2" wingspan to good use. Hunter can be an elite defender if he keeps working at it.
It's Terry outside. The Cavaliers pull it in. Wade's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Giddey. D right on him. 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling a shot clock violation. A new lineup here for the Bulls.
Substitution on the court.
Mitchell outside. Going inside. Makes it off the glass. Mitchell's got 4 this quarter.
And look, you can't blink when you are guarding Mitchell. That man will go by you in a heartbeat.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 6 rebounds in the game. Williams passes the ball. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Jared Allen's checked in for Thompson. Mobley comes in for Wade. Max Strus is checked in for Hunter. And it's Garland in for Ty Jerome.
Darius Garland.
Mitchell against White. Oh, and a dunk by Mitchell.
Look at that grittiness of Mitchell. He hits resistance inside and still gets through it.
There's Ball with the 3. That shot no good. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Fires top of the key. Rebound by Smith.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Buzelis has it. It's Smith with the assist that time. And that's 17 points for Buzelis. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Garland touched it left.
That was okay, let's say that was an odd play. You don't see misconnections like that too often.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Ball from long range. Another 3 for Chicago.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct. And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Chicago.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Buzelis.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And Jalen Smith is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
50 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Strus with it. Now Smith defending. The wide open look here for Garland. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And White kicks to Williams. Drills the 3-pointer.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Ball from long range. Mobley with the rebound. Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
Ball, a screen on Garland.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And so Chicago takes this one. And
but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
They are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Risache in at small forward. Here's Buzelis. White with a screen on Young. The 3 from Ball. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Smith with the rebound. Down low. Johnson against White. Pass to Buzelis. From deep. No luck on that one. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. It's a three-point game. Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy, they're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
Counted from distance.
For three. Yeah, Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
White finds Williams, and here's Ball. Rebounded by Johnson. We'll go now to Allie LaForce, who spoke with Billy Donovan. Allie.
I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and Coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Rizachet, and counted from 19 feet away. And this game is tied up now.
Such raw shooting ability for Rizachet in his first year.
Here's White. Back to Smith. 4-3. Rebounded by Daniels. The Hawks have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. There's Young with the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Ball surveys the floor. Johnson on the wing, covered by Smith. Knocks it loose. Daniels passes to Young. There's the 3. Here's Johnson. The 3 is up. The kick out to Young. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Young's got 6.
This is where Young most resembles Steph Curry. Both have range almost out to half court, and both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Young from long range. Williams grabs the board. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 from deep and picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, Coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his third year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Here's Buzelis. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Young from long range. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Buzelis. Right side, Williams. Pass to Buzelis. Takes the 3. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
The alley-oop from that far away? PA, I'm speechless.
Hey, you're not alone. Me too. Everybody's a spectator on that one, including the defense. And that one good.
Well, there you see the skill of White, able to float the ball into the basket.
There's Young with the 3. Drains the triple. Young's got 12 points.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Here's Buzelis. White looking it over. That'll count. And that's not going to go. A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And for the Hawks guys, what jumps out to you statistically?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. We've got Clint Capella, George Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Karis LeVert, and it's Bufkin in at the point. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league. And when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. Now here's Niang from deep three-point land. The offensive rebound. Pass to Bufkin. Fires for three. Niang outside. LeVert passes to Niang. Shot clock at 6. And out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Chicago ball. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Giddey. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Niang, that's good. Niang's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
We haven't seen many buckets like that one. These teams have struggled to dial in their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that end.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in, they're working, they're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie. Niang, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Oh, there's the alley. And they take the lead. And the Bulls lead by 1. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Here's Terry, still without a bucket. Pass to Giddey. Lets the 3 fly. Atlanta with a rebound. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Niang. To the wing on the left. Now here's Capella. Tightly guarded. Right side Giddey. Fade away. Capella with a rebound. Atlanta is shooting around 35% from the field so far. Back to LeVert. Screen by Capella. Throws it up high. It's intercepted. And they're on the break. The Sumu for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Capella. Driving inside, and the shot goes in. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead. And the Bulls shooting just 38% for this game so far. Back to Collins from deep 3-point range. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 8 rebounds in the game. Back to LeVert. Capella inside. Collins there. The jump hook. Capella can't get it to go. And the Bulls shooting just 27% in the second quarter. The Sumu can't hit. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. LeVert passes to Mann. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of this one. And again, it's Atlanta. Terry, the pass to Collins. They set the pick. Outside Giddy. Pass to DeSumo. It'll count. Whoa! He just got it off in time.
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Atlanta on top. They lead by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Williams is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Lonzo Ball. Then it's Smith. And it's White in a 2-guard. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Gets the 3 to fall. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
You know, Stan, for a team with such a proud history, the last decade has been a tough one for the Bulls.
Yeah, Brian, it really has. They've had competitive teams, but they haven't won a full playoff series since 2014. And for such a dedicated and passionate fan base, that's been really difficult for them, let alone the front office and people that want to turn this thing around as quickly as they can.
Now here's Young. He's got 17. Over to the left wing. From 15 feet away. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by a Kongu. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Buzelis. The kick out to Williams. Ball against Young. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 7 rebounds in the game. To the inside. Here's a Kongu. The kick out to Young. From outside the arc. Cash! Trae Young with a triple.
It's another big night for Trae Young. A relentless scorer, constantly testing your defense.
A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. It's stolen. Here they come with numbers in transition. Johnson for 3. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball.
Chicago ball.
The Bulls trail by 8. The 3 from Ball. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Here's Buzelis. There's the drive. And the Bulls get it back. Williams from long range. Sinks it from distance. Williams has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Pass to Okongwu. The 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Outside, Williams. Here's Buzelis. Smith with it.
2 minutes remaining.
Ball left side.
2 minutes.
Three-pointer. And again, hits the Bulls from deep.
Filling it up. Lonzo Ball, more than a passer.
And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Graham.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
The Bulls trail by 5. Williams with the screen. Pass to Ball. Williams on the wing. 1:24 left to play in the third quarter here.
That is a textbook block out to secure the rebound.
Young, the pass to Johnson. Here's Rizachet. Fires it. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Smith's got 7 rebounds in the game. Ball against Young. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Knocks down the long J.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career.
Pass to Okongwu, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Young. So Chicago ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
For Chicago, they've gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. For the lead, Kitty into the lane. Outside Herder. 29 seconds left in the third. That ties it up. Atlanta has gone 3 of 7 from deep so far in the third quarter. Here's Niang. He buries it from 3. Niang's got 12 points in the game.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Outside Giddey. Got it up. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. A big-time effort for Trey.
The time is here.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Bulls trail by 3. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Hawks. They've got Terrence Mann, George Niang out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Karis LeVert, and it's Bufkin in at the 1. And it's Giddey missing.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
And there's the foul. It's on Ayo Dosunmu. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Bufkin. Giddey defends. Stolen by Giddey. Going all the way to the rack. Herder from long range. Hits the trifecta.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
Bufkin, no good. Chicago with the ball. Outside Giddey. Another 3 for Chicago.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Outside man. Shot on the wing. Oh, right between the eyes. All net that time. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Outside Herder. Off the mark there with a 3. The Hawks trailing. The 3 is up. They get it again. Outside for LeVert. Pass to Bufkin. Shot clock at 5. Oh, swiped away. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Niang, no good. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. Here's Terry for 3. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Out to the right wing. Back to LeVert. Launches it. Niang, no good.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Herder passes to Collins. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. The Hawks have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. From Pete Giddey. He drops it from range. And the Bulls lead by 4. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Chicago.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Now here's Giddey. Takes a 3. It doesn't go for him. Atlanta's gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. The shot by LeVert, no good. Chicago has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. DeSunmu for 3. Drills it from deep.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Hawks trail by 4. Here's Niang. And right away, they match in with a three-pointer of their own.
And neither side right now giving an inch. We'll see who cracks first.
Outside Giddey. Pass to Herder. Lets it go from deep. Atlanta with a rebound. 1:39 left in the fourth. Man, the pass to Capella. LeVert outside to the paint. And stolen by Herder. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. From deep, Giddey. Hey, rejected by Capella. Outside Giddey. Puts up a deep three. Outside Herder. From downtown. Capella with a rebound. The Hawks have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. LeVert passes to Mann to take the lead. That shot is off. And the Bulls shooting just 37% in the game. There's Herder with the 3. Oh, nails the triple!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And the three-pointer goes.
And they've been relying on his three-point stroke all game. And he doesn't let them down when it matters most.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. It takes a special player.
Now here's Niang. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. From behind the arc. DeSunmu can't hit. An excellent opportunity here.
Seizing the lead right now would be huge.
Niang with it. To win the game! Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. So a close game sees Chicago.
And in this game, that matchup at the guard position, that is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun.
Oh,
goodness. Jared Allen putting on a show. Get out of his way, folks. It's coming down on your head.
pass to Okongwu, stolen by Garland. And now the fast break, Garland with the ball. And stolen by Okongwu. Mitchell kicks to Garland. Mobley looking it over. Now, here's Strus. Back to Mobley. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Man, that is a big-time, tough finish. Evan Mobley doesn't back down.
Young passes to Daniels. Young, a screen on Mitchell. Daniels, no good. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 4-point game. Pass to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Now Garland. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
Well, the toughness of Darius Garland on display. Wants to finish through contact and get the bucket.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Strus kicks to Garland. Mobley with it. Okongwu covering. There's Garland. It's Strus on the wing. Mobley wide open. That three off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And here's Young from the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
Nice and composed on that three there. Trey giving his fundamentals all of his attention.
Here's Mobley. Rebound by the Hawks. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Now, here is Young. Another three for Atlanta.
The range Young has really is unlimited. He just feels comfortable shooting as soon as he crosses half court.
It's tipped. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit. Who knows? But he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And they recover it. On the wing, Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Well, Donovan Mitchell putting that elite athleticism to work. How about his ability to be a factor on the glass?
Young, no good. The Cavaliers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Now, here's Mitchell. He's covered by Daniels. When it comes to the game's elite scorers, Doris, Donovan Mitchell is certainly on that list.
Kevin, there's no question about it. He's a proven playoff performer, a natural leader who doesn't mind a team leaning into his scoring ability. And the beauty is he can do it in a lot of different ways. In the NBA, there is a high need for relentless scoring and skill to match that scoring. That is Donovan Mitchell.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Back to Allen. Cleveland moving it around. Mobley dishes to Allen. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Cavaliers.
And guys, they've done a great job keeping their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Pass to Daniels. Young outside. Launches a three. Good on the triple. Young's got 9.
And the thing about Young's jumper, it's almost intimidating. And that unlocks so many other options for him.
Mobley finds Garland. Allen with the ball. The rebound by Young.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Pass to Johnson. Johnson sets the screen for Young. Off target with his three. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for Cleveland. 3-point lead. Here's Mitchell with the drive. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Young with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Johnson outside. Here's Young. Fires for three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And we reach the end of the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Niang out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Terrence Mann. And it's Buffkin in at the point guard position. Indoors, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
And Hunter, here we go. Here's Merrill. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Buffkin. LeVert in the corner. Here's Mann. A three-pointer off the mark. And here is Hunter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense.
Cleveland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Mann passes to Niang. The 3 sinks the triple. Niang's got 6.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Pass to Merrill. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 6. The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. LeVert kicks to Niang. Here's Buffkin. Now Niang. He's got 6. Buries the long-range jumper.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Pass to Hunter. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Capella. The Hawks trail by 3. Beyond the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Niang's got 12 points now in the quarter. When a team, Doris, is on a losing streak, what lessons can be learned from that?
Yeah, Kevin, you know this. Losing streaks seem to be inevitable in the NBA. The season is too long to go through without some adversity. What I think you learn is grit and how to keep fighting, even when you don't have your best game available.
Man. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
2 minutes. There's Jerome. No good on the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. LeVert's got it all tied up now for Atlanta.
Well, Karis LeVert giving you a glimpse into how high that vertical goes. That is nice.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Hawks have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Puts up a deep three. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Merrill can't hit. The Hawks shooting 45% in quarter number 2. Down it goes. Nice one there from Niang. Niang's got the lead up to 3 now for the Hawks.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
Thompson sets the pick for Wade. Pass to Jerome. 5 on the clock. Now, here's Hunter. Trains it from beyond the arc. Hunter's got 5 points in the quarter.
Man, the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Here's LeVert. Here's Buffkin. Still yet to score. And stolen by Hunter. Pass to Merrill. From the arc. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. The Hawks have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. And here's LeVert. Screen by Niang. A 3-ball. Unbelievable!
Can't do it much better than that. Right there.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Fans, please bring your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Hawks leading by 3. Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Garland in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Allen kicks it out to Mitchell. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Mobley dishes to Mitchell. From past the arc. And the 3-ball is good. Mitchell's got 9 points.
Well, Donovan Mitchell, a 3-level scorer, and fires away from deep with reckless abandon, folks.
And here's Young from the arc. Cans it from downtown. Young's got the lead. Back up to 3 now for Atlanta. Mitchell outside. Mobley the pass to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
There is a level of physicality and the frame of Donovan. Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Young against Garland. Pass to Rizichet. Garland against Young. 6 to shoot. Another miss by Young. Garland looking it over. On the wing, Mitchell. For the lead. Mobley outside. There's Garland. 2 points. That one goes. And it's 6 points for Darius Garland.
Tremendous balance and body control. Darius Garland, no stranger to finishing inside.
Young against Garland. Latre. Again, Young missing. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. For 3, Mitchell. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Counted good. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is something Young must keep doing. His attack off the dribble, the ability to absorb the contact, and then just finishing through.
And it's sent back by Okongwu. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Okongwu. Garland, the pass to Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Mitchell's got 14 points for the game.
Donovan Mitchell cooking right now. Things look easy on the offensive end.
Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
And Young kicks to Johnson. Back to Young. Shoots the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. He's got 17.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's the 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mitchell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Strus. Rebound by the Hawks. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. On its way from Young for 2. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Young's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
Man, this guy can light up the night with his scoring. Hard for the defense to contain Young.
Inside. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
Simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Jerome. And he makes that one. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
It's stolen by Wade. Hunter, the pass to Thompson. And a missed layup. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Capella finds Niang. There's the triple. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Cleveland has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Jerome, no good. Here's Niang. He's defended by Merrill. Capella goes in. Here's Niang. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got George Niang. Also, Terrence Mann is out there. Karis LeVert is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Puffkin in at the 1 spot. Aston Niang fires the 3. Hunter grabs the miss. Cleveland leading by 4. Thompson outside. And And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Clint Capella.
Well, Thompson, just a spectacular athlete and so muscular. He's so crafty on how he draws fouls while shooting.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mobley, he's checked in for Wade. Max Strus comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Sam Merrill. And it's Garland in for Ty Jerome.
He's really clever with the basketball. Young's so advanced offensively. Excellent pull-up jumper there.
Garland kicks to Thompson. Here's Mitchell. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Mitchell's got 10 points in just the second half. Young from outside. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mobley's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Strus on the wing. He's covered by Daniels. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
There are very few guys who can match the athleticism of Donovan Mitchell. How quickly does he get off his feet?
The kick out to Young. Okongwu with a screen on Garland. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and it creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when the legal screen is set.
Allen's checked in for Tristan Thompson.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Stolen by Mitchell. And here they come. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And a deep 3 from Young. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And here's Cleveland. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Here's Mitchell. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And that's because of the size and strength of Mitchell. If you're going to foul him, you've got to make sure it's so good that he can't get the and one.
The Hawks trail by 14. On its way from Young for 2. Offensive rebound. Here's Okongwu. Oh, offensive interference.
Offensive interference. No basket.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Here's Mitchell into the lane, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Mitchell wide open, and it's off from 3-point range. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. Young from deep 3-point range. Again, Young missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear win, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Cleveland.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Donovan Mitchell.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Lets it go with a 3. Again, Mitchell missing. Now, here is Young. Got it to drop!
Goodbye!
He got it to drop!
Goodbye and good night!
Mitchell outside. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Driving in. And they'll get another chance. It's tipped. Pass to Young. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the
but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back and let me still. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for athletes.
are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
And the starting group for Chicago. Williams is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Ball. Then it's Smith. And it's White in at the 2 guard. Back to Mobley. 6 to shoot. Garland for 3. Here's Allen. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Garland, no good.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Williams passes to Smith. 3-pointer, Buzelis, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of 3-pointers during his career.
Pass to Allen. Outside Strus. Mitchell against White. And there's Mitchell on the assist by Strus.
Whatever he lacks in size, Mitchell makes up with craftiness and allows him to be effective inside.
Some room here for Williams. Had the space there, but it's offline. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jared Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best. Using that quick first step on his way to the rim, Garland is just too tough off the bounce.
White, the pass to Ball. Here's the 3. Mobley grabs the board. The Cavs have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Inside, here's Allen, and it's Allen who slams it home.
When you're Allen, just about 7 feet, dunking comes easy.
This one for 3. Ball no good. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Garland, the pass to Allen. Now here's Strus. From deep, Mitchell. Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now. White on the wing. Pass to Ball. Sinks that one from the post. The Cavaliers leading. Allen outside. Garland for 3. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
For a guard like Garland, hitting threes unlocks the rest of the floor.
There's Ball with a 3. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Mitchell against Ball. Back to Mitchell. Allen, left side. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. The 3 ball. Mitchell misses.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court. Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Launches a 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
1:02 left in the first quarter. Outside Garland. Will it go? Cleveland again missing. Bulls leading by 5. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
White, good.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
And it's out of bounds to Cleveland. 34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Strus the pass to Allen. Cleveland again missing. Here are the Bulls with the ball. They're on a 13-3 run. White for 3. The rebound by Allen. Cavaliers trail by 7. Pass to Mitchell from the arc. Hits the trifecta. Mitchell's got 5.
And that's on the D. You got to make sure you're guarding Mitchell from that corner.
The shot by Buzel is no good.
Really thought he had this one. And the defense, they were giving it to him.
And it's Mitchell. The miss. Here's White. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Kobe White. He's feeling it tonight. And he's been... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Chicago?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another area where they've excelled has been pushing it on the break. They're really getting after it.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. We've got Zach Collins. DeSumo is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Kevin Huerter, and it's Terry in at the 4. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Wade. Here's Thompson. Merrill outside. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Chicago leading.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
First team foul.
Pass to Terry. Beyond the arc. And it's Merrill who clears it away. And it's Cleveland's ball. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, "We have each other's backs." That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
Fires the 3. Hunter with the rebound. The Cavaliers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Pass to Thompson. To the middle. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Hunter with the ball. Over Huerter. And that one comes up a bit short. Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, they're usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
Here's Wade. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Pass to Jerome. Merrill outside. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Tipped away. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hunter. Sweet little floater.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
DeSumo on the wing. Lets it fly. And again, it's Chicago.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
The shot by Merrill, no good. Chicago leading by 3. DeSumo, the pass to Terry. Let's go with a 3. Hunter with the rebound. Cleveland has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Now here's Giddey. Tight defense on him. And the basket by DeSumo.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Inside. Now here's Merrill. He's covered by DeSumo. Merrill, that's good. Merrill's got his second basket of the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Cavaliers trail by 4. Thompson right side. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Jerome. 5 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Chicago leading by 4. Outside Giddey. Nails it from beyond the arc. Giddey's got 5 now.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Hunter against Herder. Pass to Wade. Here's Thompson. To the inside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeSumo.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Outside Giddey. He got it up. Oh, at the buzzer!
Wow! I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big time shot from him there.
And so it's Chicago, ending the quarter up 10. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Kobe White.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Mitchell on the wing with Strus. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Garland in at point. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
White for 3. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Cavaliers trail by 10. Jacks up a 3. Garland, no good.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Fires the 3. White can't hit. The Cavaliers have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. From deep, Strus nails it from 3. Strus has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The ball finds White. Fires from deep. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. The 3 from Mitchell, and it's Jared Allen with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Bulls leading by 10. Outside White. White missing again. And it's Allen with the ball for Cleveland. Mitchell. Grown man point from Donovan Mitchell.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Out of bounds. It'll be Cavaliers ball. Outside Garland. Puts up a 3. Counted from distance. Garland's got 8.
He's just a crafty ball handler that does a great job of selling his move. Garland, this man will hit the break and stop the clock.
Williams from long range. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Mitchell. The slam by Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Greg.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Garland for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Smith's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the wing, right side. Ball surveys the floor. There's the triple. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. The 3 from Mitchell. Chicago with a rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Outside White. From deep three-point land. The long distance 3 is buried. White's got 6 in the quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Outside Mitchell. Puts up a 3. Cleveland again missing.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. Chicago with the ball. They're rolling here. 9 unanswered. The 3 from Ball. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Mobley's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Mitchell with the ball, guarded by Smith. Jacks up a 3. Smith with the rebound. Chicago leading by 9. White looking it over. 4-3. Mobley grabs the board. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Here's Williams. No made baskets yet. Williams a screen on Strus. 3-pointer, Buzelis. The shot misses. He gets it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass. Flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. On the court for the Bulls, getting the 4th quarter going. Josh Giddey out there with Dosunmu. Then there's Kevin Huerter. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Terry in at the 4. Stolen by Giddey. Lets a 3 fly. Sinks it from distance. And the Bulls lead by 12.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Jerome, that's good. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Collins passes to Giddey. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. He's off on that one. And it's Cleveland's ball. Jerome on the wing. Pass to Wade. Back to Jerome. The 3 is up. Tipped. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
Cleveland ball.
Clock at 6. Hunter passes to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Terry. Offline with a 3. Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Thompson, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Into the lane. Jams it in off a great move.
It's so sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. The shot by Merrill, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Finished off the break.
Gets behind the D on the break, and the pass is there waiting for him.
Hunter against Herder. Pass to Giddey. Collins right side. Jerome grabs the miss. The Cavs trailing. Back to Wade. The kick to Hunter for three. The shot, no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
The swim move for three. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Merrill. Off target from outside.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
The swim move for 3. Buries it from 3.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
That one falls.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Outside Giddey. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Releases. Missed it. 4 for 7 so far in this one. Cavaliers trail by 7.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Herder from long range. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Bulls.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Josh Giddey.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last.
Yet another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
Here's Terry. Fades, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one